No sé si en 1 año, 2 años se va a acabar el lago.
Aquí hay llave del agua ya, pero como que no está bueno el agua. Nada más utilizamos para lavar.
Pues yo siento que la seguridad hoy en día pues está peor. La motivación mía pues es la seguridad de primero mi familia.
Ya no tiene el mismo sabor ni el mismo tamaño que antes se tenía de los pescados.
El agua está pero bien bonito el agua.
Y pues no conforme con la contaminación del agua.
Sí, había más respeto de la naturaleza.
Que había pues estaban matando mucha gente.
Hoy pues somos hermanos, tenemos una misma creencia.
Por eso es muy tranquilo la isla y me gusta vivir ahí.
Yo sí tengo muy grande familia, gracias a Dios.
Y aquí estamos protestando por nuestros pueblos originarios.
Pues siento que eso ha de ser parte de los aguacateros, ¿sabes?
Verdad, se está acabando ya de esas de los antepasados, pues que yo viví también.
So recently I edited this trailer you just saw, and it's actually about to release soon. It's actually nominated for some festival, which is pretty amazing actually. And yeah, I edited this trailer. So I want to talk about that trailer and how you can achieve something like that, and what was important for me, or like what can be important to create like an awesome trailer. Very brief introduction here. All 3 protagonists are indigenous people, so their lifestyle is threatened by climate change and the globalized economy. So this is like what is about documentary and how many things are involved, how cartels are involved, and much more. Very excited to be a part of it. So yeah, but we are talking right now how you can achieve something like that. So okay, so the first thing, which is like always important, is like the preparation. Like, of course, I watched this movie and it's important to know what you're dealing with, of course. So I did notes with my notebook and actually wrote down timestamps of that movie, which was very important for me, which was like very good phrases, very good pictures, stuff like that. I as well talked to the director and producer at the same time, and we had a call. And by the way, hi guys. So it was clear that all 3 protagonists need to have like their role, like their topics and their problems should be explained in that trailer. Quite hard to do because you don't want to like spoiler anything, because spoilers are pretty damn bad. Because you don't want to just have like a glimpse of a mystery and like a glimpse of information that you're still excited for it and you know what is about in that movie. So what I wanted is like to have like a powerful message, a powerful mood, and give just a brief information to the audience, that the audience feels like an immersive experience watching this trailer and feels like just part of it. And this brings us to the next point: narrative in your trailer. So what we can say, we have like 4 stages in that trailer. So we have the exposition, the first rising action, like a little break, and a moment of last suspense. I'll just talk about like the theoretical stuff a little bit. So if you know Aristoteles, he's like a big guy back from the past, like before Christ, 300 before Christ or something like this. He was like a Greek philosopher and was into a lot of stuff and influenced a lot of like parts of life actually. It's crazy, and as well poetic stuff and art and in a way movies. And this what you see right now is like Aristoteles diagram. And it's like the very classic form of structure for stories and even movies for nowadays. And it's crazy when you think about it. This guy made this stuff up like before Christ, which is about over 2000 years. It's still like a rule, which is amazing to me and kind of crazy as well. So because it is a documentary and it's a very exciting topic and a very like real problems in real lives, I wanted to have like the same experience and mood for the audience. And I wanted to have like for each section we have here for like our structure, I wanted to have like their own vibe. So for these 4 sections we were talking about, I used different music, just that they have like their own vibe, their own mood, which was very important to me as well. And I love like there is something with purpose and like structure. It helped that they all have their own music or like their own vibe. So that leads us to the next point: music. Yeah, music is so super important for trailers. Music is like so special and like carries everything, I think, and it evokes emotions for the audience so much more. It sets up the whole mood, which is amazing to me, and what music can do with you, especially combined with movies and stunning visuals. Wow, amazing. We actually had a componist for that movie, Leonard. Shoutouts to Leonard. We never talked, but I used your music. By the way. And it also helped to have like a sort of library for me. And we also don't have to worry about music licenses, which is sometimes for movies is like a little bit hard, because copyright can be a bitch sometimes. It helped to like also to create some variety for our own sections. What do we want? Because it's cool. It just gives their own vibe and just more variety. So for example, for the first part, I wanted to have like a more calming, because it's the exposition, the introduction of the characters, their problems, its struggle, and just to let the audience feel what is going on. So there's like a lot of sentences as well from the protagonist, which was very important to me, that they are like as well fitting pictures. And yeah, I love to interact with the music. So when the core is about to appear, and it was also cool to change the location. And so the fitting pictures, like core, is like something to do with heaven, church. So I used that cross shot there, which is amazing. Like one of my favorite shots, by the way, because it's like such a nice contrast there. And it just looks so beautiful. As well, I did this the same with another shot when the violence of the music. These are not sound effects, by the way. These are like, right now, it's just the music. If there's something going on with the music, which is when it's about to rise, and it's kind of nice just to cut to that music, and it just makes sense and just fits right. So the second part we are talking about is the first rising action. So it's like the next part of our structure, and it's very nice, because it's like one of my favorite. It got introduced with the sound effect.
La motivación mía, pues es la seguridad de primero mi familia.
Which we are talking about later. The music is getting faster.
Ni el mismo tamaño que antes se tenía de los pescados.
So we cut to that music even more. It should create like a sort of dynamic. So we are like aware that it gets more serious, dramatic, because faster cuts, faster pacing means more dramatic, more tension. And yeah, first rising action, it goes up, so we are going up as well with the music. Going up. After that, we come to the next part, which is like the more quiet music there again.
Hoy pues somos hermanos, tenemos una misma creencia.
Por eso es muy tranquilo la isla y me gusta vivir ahí.
Yo sí tengo muy grande familia, gracias a Dios.
And which was very fitting as well, and like more quiet. And I wanted to have like a little bit of a positive note there, so there's not like that not everything is like super negative. There needs to be a glimpse of hope that something is actually working in this world, and these are like our main protagonists, and they are fighting for it. And yeah, and this was like as well like a thing when I was about to, okay, I really need some happiness there as well. And I want to have like a mix of everything and just throw it in there. And yeah, and as well we get to the next point, which is then again the last moment of suspense, and the music gets even more dramatic, more faster.
Pues siento que eso ha de ser parte de los aguacateros, ¿sabes?
Verdad, se está acabando ya de esas de los antepasados, pues que yo viví también.
Yeah, you see the music is carrying this, and it's like deciding which pacing we have, and it leads. It's the main point of the movie. So yeah, so we are like talking about music right now, and what is really important as well is our sound effects. Like it helps so much to connect all these pieces. You can like of course connect them with like, I don't know, with a cross dissolve or something with your layers. What helps like that the audience doesn't notice a cut or something. It's very cool to have like sound effects to just overlap them. And yeah, here's like one example.
Yo sí tengo muy grande familia, gracias a Dios.
Y aquí estamos,
Another example.
protestando por nuestros pueblos originarios.
Pues siento que eso ha de ser parte.
And it's just like, it just works so much better, and especially when there's like a new section, especially like the first one I mentioned already, when it comes from exposition to the first rising action, it's amazing to have like a sort of transition into that.
La motivación mía, pues es la seguridad de, primero, mi familia.
Like with the whoosh effect and the impact sound here, like when he is about to like hit him with a stick on the fire, and it feels just like more immersive and more emotional in a way, and you're just into it like much more, and you need to combine everything with movement and sound effects, and it just feels good after that. It's important for that part here, use sound effects to overlap. Sound effects are helping to establish a good scene and just make it more smooth. And of course, another point of sound design is that you have your environment. So the environment needs to have sounds as well. So it's important. It just feels more real. There are like a lot of Foley sounds as well, especially our main protagonist is on his boat and is rowing, and you hear the water there. Or Tona, the old lady, is like on the market. You hear in the background people. So it gets like a more sort of impact, and yeah, that's very powerful as well. And this is like what I actually like, combined with everything, with the narrative, with the music, it gets even better. So we're coming to the last part of the video, actually, cutting. I hope you're still here. If you're here, you're awesome, and I hope you enjoy this video. And yeah, there are actually, in these sections are more sections, if you think about it. I will take the example with the exposition, like the introduction, and you see someone speaking, and it's like one of our main protagonists, Carlos or Santiago or Tona, speaking. So we hear dialogue from them, and we cut to that. And bonus points if you cut something with what they are talking about. For example, he's talking about fish, that there are like less fish around here, so we show some fish or how he is fishing. Or Tona is talking about climate change, or like that there's so much garbage around there and the water is polluted, so we show something similar. It just gives like a more like more sense, and we want sense, and we want to make it like as easy as possible for the audience, that they know what is about to go on. Use a lot of the free shot rule, like we show something like for example a stabbing shot, and then you see the next person who is in that location. The free shot rule is like very powerful and works everywhere. Like if it fades to the mood, especially in slower scenes, it's like makes so much sense. Summing up everything, so first, music amazing, sound effects makes it much more better, and and especially they are connected through sound effect and music, and this is like the major points. And as well, they are like very, very powerful phrases what the protagonists were saying, combined with great pictures, which gives like an awesome cinematic experience. It delivers such a good mood, and this is what we want in a trailer. We want that it pops. You don't talk too much about it, we don't show too much about it, we just give a brief introduction into that area. And yeah, this is what's helping me, and yeah, I hope this helps you as well. And yeah, thank you very much for your support, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.